Episode number 13. Right?
Wow, lucky 13.
13. I don't know if that's good or bad. Is that good or bad?
It's not Friday the 13th, so that's good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you believe in that superstition stuff, right?
Right.
Throwing salt over your shoulder and watching out for black cats. Yeah.
A
Episode
black
13.
man in the chat. Make sure you guys like this video. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you tell people about this video, about this brand new podcast that we just started. I believe it's been like maybe 2.5 months now since we got launched.
Yeah, something like that.
Damn.
2.5 months already. Wow.
Yeah,
Jeez, that's crazy.
absolutely.
Amazing what happens when you start something and you just continue at it and you're like, wow, time flies.
Right.
You know, I think we procrastinate more in how long we've been actually doing it. Not procrastinate like in a bad way, but
Right.
just like it's amazing how if you just think and then act and do, you just be so surprised like how far you are. Like we're already 2 months in, 2.5 months. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely. And you have to start somewhere, right?
You do.
And the beautiful thing about starting somewhere is that if you have an actual friend, you can accomplish anything you want. If the person's a good person, at least, if they're a good friend, you can accomplish whatever you guys want. There's a lot of people out there that they kind of lack friendship. They lack solid friendships, right, Chad?
Yeah.
It's like if you guys are out there, you guys are struggling when it comes to just being a light and actually going out there and becoming friends with people and whatnot, or even in search of a good association. It's all good. We all go through those certain trials and tribulations to the point where we don't want to get outside of our box. Mm-hmm. However, to have friends is vital in life.
Yeah.
Vital. It's crazy because I was on Instagram like 2 days ago, Chad, and I was on this page, the wealth page, and they're talking about loneliness. How a lot of people in the world right now, it's on Google search, loneliness, and people are trying to look for friendships. They don't even know where to make friends in life right now. And that's why it's so important to just get around like positive association. It could be going to the gym, right? It could be getting outside your comfort zone to the point where you're going to certain events and there's like-minded people. There's positive people out there.
Yeah.
That can help someone to you.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway.
Yeah. It's like just getting yourself out there and whatever you like,
right.
Run into people you like rock climbing, for instance, right? My one friend took me to the rock climbing thing in town. Those are the people who have been doing it for a long time. You can tell because there's like levels.
Right.
So it's like, oh, if you want to meet people in rock climbing, you like rock climbing, go to the events and places that there's other people. Like chess or the chess tournaments, like you said, events, music events or whatever your interests are. You're going to run into people who think similar to you.
For sure.
And that's how you can start the foundation of a friendship, I'd say.
Absolutely.
And I guess there's a whole thing of, work on yourself. We wanted to talk about today, though, is more so like what it looks like to maintain friendships, right? And what it looks like to be actually like a good friend. We'll probably cover in another episode what it looks like to grow yourself and things that you can do to make people like you, to want to be friends with you. But yeah, Kevin made a little acronym.
I hope you guys are taking notes. Get your notepads out, get your pens ready.
Yeah.
Because this episode is going to be fire.
This will be.
So when it comes to friends, I would say it can mean faith. You have to have faith within other people. What I mean by that exactly, if you're going out and about and you don't have any type of friends, or if you're like a teenager and you're in school, you're like in high school, and like you're kind of in your own shell and whatnot. If you go to certain groups and whatnot, and you're acting all weird, other people, they're probably not going to have certain faith within like wanting to become your friend.
Yeah.
Right.
I would say that awkwardness or that weirdness probably comes from you not believing yourself to some extent.
For sure.
Where it's like you're thinking, oh, I don't know if these guys will like me. Like it's the self-talk. It's the self-talk that you're just sabotaging yourself. So when you actually go up there, you already are defeated.
Right.
You're not even giving yourself a chance because you don't have faith in yourself. You have to believe that you're bringing something to the table and that you're valuable enough to talk to people. If they're just people, you're a person, they're people. What's the difference?
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. And when it comes to like faith, it's like, man, it's probably gonna be the toughest subject to even tackle on when it comes to becoming a friend. Because like you're literally stepping outside that comfort zone where it's like, man, even though these are just people and I'm just a person myself, it's like that self-talk, like we were saying, it could be so detrimental within your own self,
Yeah.
to the point where people are gonna seek you out and think you're weird. That's why it's so key to have confidence, to grow that confidence to the point where other people are looking at you like, yeah, that person out there moving and grinding, moving and
They're
shaking.
taking care of
They're
themselves.
taking care of themselves.
Yeah.
I want to be their friend. I kind of have that kind of faith within them because like they're different than me, right?
Yeah, they're different than you. And also I think you're just adding value, just who you are.
For sure.
And if you don't have that belief in yourself, then that's something I would just say, just work on, just get wins under your belt. If that's being in shape or learning a new skill, making a lot of money, just doing something to where you can look at yourself and be proud, whatever that may be for you. You can tell because it's in here. Whatever you feel like you haven't been doing, I think if you look deep in here,
Right.
not to get like all mushy or whatever, but I think you're going to find what value and what you truly want to do. And that's going to make people attracted to you
Absolutely.
and be drawn to you because of the results and the things that you're doing in life.
The next one, R, stands for respect.
Yes.
Respect. You have to respect yourself. If you don't respect yourself, how are other people going to respect you? Right. And if you're going out there and say for if you're at the gym and you're benching and you're putting on like a plate, 2 plates, 3 plates, and then it's like after you do one rep, you just leave the weights on. You don't unrack anything. People are looking at you. They're not going to respect you, right? It's like you have to respect yourself to the point where you're unracking everything, you're cleaning the bench, you're being a positive person within that vicinity, right? To the point where other people are watching you guys. So you have to respect yourself so other people can respect you. And then next thing you know, it's like, damn, I want to be that person's friend. It's like the way they carry themselves, like that person is strong, or the person might not be strong.
Yeah.
The person just might be carrying themselves up with so much like light to the point where like, damn, I like that person. Person is in a good mood. You can see it on their face. You got to respect yourself so that people can respect you.
I really like that. I didn't even think of it that way, where it's like you're representing yourself.
Right.
How are you representing yourself?
Deep.
Do you give a damn about your life? So if you do, you're going to be attractive to people. You'll be surprised how many people just kind of coast. So if you're, I like to use this phrase, like a light in this world, right? You represent yourself well, you have respect for yourself, you're going to attract the right people.
For sure.
And the cool thing too is I think you're also going to repel the wrong people. Because if you give a damn about yourself, those people are just they're not going to like your company.
For sure. For sure. The next one, I, stands for invest. You have to invest into other people, right? If you're not investing into other people, you're just investing into yourself. You're going to be viewed as a cocky type of person who wants to be friends with someone that's just only cocky, only just believes in themselves, only want to do things for themselves, right? If you take this back to the gym again,
Yeah.
right? It's like if you see someone that's struggling on the bench again, or no, let's go from benching to squatting. If you see someone squatting and they have like a plate on, and you see them that they don't have a spotter, and it's like their second weekend lifting, they don't know exactly what they're doing, and they're squatting. Next thing you know, you see that they're kind of struggling. You see the bar is kind of shaking and whatnot, and you're just watching that person rather than going to that person and investing into them. As an investing, you would be helping them up. You say, "Hey, bro, it looks like you need some help. You need some help." Yeah, I need some help. And then you help them up, right? You're investing into that person now.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you can build that type of friendship, that kind of bond with that person, that random person that you just saw that was struggling.
And that stuff is so easy to do too. Like that's
Absolutely.
I would say like that's like a big example.
Yeah.
That's a very well timed example too, but it could be honestly something as simple as holding the door for somebody. Somebody drops something down, you pick it up.
Right.
Someone's like, carrying a whole bunch of stuff, you just offer to help. And if
Right.
they say, "Oh no, I'm good, thank you," they already like you a lot more because you tried to invest.
Exactly.
Just you making the attempt to invest is investing in itself. And that's how you can make
Man.
like a really good friendship too, I think, is just when someone's at the gym and they're struggling with something, or they're just kind of, I don't know, you can kind of tell someone who just doesn't really have their footing yet, or someone who's just trying to figure out like a certain workout. You can kind of read, and then you can invest by saying, "Hey, what's up, man?" Or just someone who you can tell is like sociable. They don't have headphones in and they're kind of like looking around a lot. You could make the decision to just go up and talk to them.
For sure.
Invest. And it might go one way or the other. Maybe it starts a conversation and awesome. Or if it doesn't, it's just a quick little back and forth. That's still you investing into people. That's
Absolutely.
a skill. That's a trait. You keep doing that over and over and over again. It becomes a habit, and therefore you're going to be more of a likable person.
Right.
Because you actually are paying attention and you're not just thinking about yourself. You're now projecting and looking around going, hey, what's everyone else up to?
Wow.
People like those people.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. What you said earlier, Chad, when it comes to just holding the door open, right? How many people actually do that nowadays? It's crazy because a lot of people are so within their own head.
Yeah.
Then if you're in your head, you're dead, right?
Yeah.
To the point where it's like, if you just do that simple little task, open the door, even if this the person was like they're kind of far back, you could kind of just wait a little bit, and next thing we know, it's like the person's like almost there, but you're still there. You're holding the door open for them.
Yeah.
They're for sure going to be grateful. If they say thank you, awesome.
Yeah.
But what if they don't say thank you?
I've had it happen.
The same. It's like it is.
Oh yeah. Yeah. At the gym, like I'll hold the door open for people. I would say like 95% of the time, I get something like, "Oh, thank you," or "Hey, thanks," or a smile. But there is that 5% that just does not acknowledge you. They just seriously just walk through, and who knows? They're going through their own stuff.
For sure.
It might be just a rude person. Maybe they're off, or maybe they got so much on their mind they didn't even acknowledge that you were doing a cool thing. But that's why investing in people is so important, because now you're not looking at yourself. You're looking around at other people. You're not going to be that guy who gets the reputation of being an asshole because, someone held the door for them and they didn't say anything. They didn't even acknowledge you. And we all make that mistake. I think there's been times where I was helped out and I wasn't paying attention.
All right.
But it's just a skill where I'm just trying to get better and better at, obviously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the next one, E, it stands for encourage. You have to encourage your friends. You have to encourage other people. Say, for instance, if you already have like a set of friends, like 1, 2, or 3 friends, your own group, your own clique, right? You have to encourage them if they want to, if they're doing something, if they're trying to do something within their own lives,
something new
within their own lives. Say, for instance, start like a business, start like a hot dog business, right? And they're first telling you like their game plan, like, hey, bro, hey, yo, Chad, I actually want to start like this hot dog business, man. It's gonna be downtown. So right after like the people are done with the bars and the clubs, they can pop out of the club and whatnot, and they see some hot dogs because they're all turned up and drunk. What do you think about that? Do you think I should do something like that, man? It's like if you were to say like, can't do that, man. You're not doing that. That's not a true friend. Like a true friend would actually see a different type of perspective and say, look, that I probably wouldn't do that, but however, man, it looks like you have the drive to actually do that. Yeah. So go out there and do it.
Yeah, you can ask questions, be like, hey, what made you think of this? And who knows, maybe you discover something that you didn't even think of. They're like, hey, if I start a hot dog stand, I know the hot places in town where there's going to be a lot of people who are drunk, who are hungry, it's past midnight. They're going to want a quick bite. So I could charge them for a $5 hot dog or whatever price, and I can make a lot of cash in just a couple of weekends. They'll piece the puzzle together where, you're listening.
Right.
You're not just blurting out whatever you feel like saying. You're actually listening. You're going, oh, okay. You could give them like your doubts and stuff, or, hey, did you think about this? Did you think about this?
For sure.
But at the end of the day, you want to encourage them for whatever journey they do want to take, unless it's going to harm them. But starting a hot dog stand's not going to harm them. They're just going to lose some money. That's about it.
Right. And I like what you said right there. You said listening. I would say listening it's equivalent to encouraging.
Yeah.
Because if you're listening to someone and you're not just we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, right? We should probably listen more than we talk.
Yeah.
And if you listen to someone, if you listen to anyone, they're gonna be they're gonna appreciate you and respect you, right?
Mhm.
To the point it's like, damn, that person actually gives a damn about me, man. You have to encourage people. You have to encourage your friends. That's vital. And I would say like that's step number one when it comes to when it comes to certain aspects. When we go down the list of this friends acronym, I would say that's number one. And then when we get to the S, you'll see that stands for number. That's the second strategy when it comes to like a friendship and building a certain bond and whatnot. So I would say when it comes to N, nurture, nurture, just caring for someone, right? We're all gonna go through bad days. We're all gonna go through traumas and whatnot, darkness, straight darkness. And if you're an actual friend, you have to care for them. It doesn't mean you have to be always so nice to them and apologetic and whatnot. But at the same time, like we all go through certain things. We all go through certain things in life where, hey, the truth hurts, right? But however, the truth can be, it could be a good thing. I'm not gonna tell you something that you always want to hear. I wouldn't say that's nurturing. I would say I'm gonna tell you certain things that you need to hear.
And that's a huge indicator too, is when to say certain things.
For sure.
Because like just say your friend just broke up with a girl, you're not gonna immediately go, she was bad for you, right? No, you're gonna be like, okay, he's going through this.
Right.
I've been there before. Just let him vent. Listen
sure.
to him.
For
Nurture him. Be there. Pat him on the back. Be like, hey man, this is only gonna make you stronger. After you've listened to him. Because if you just say that up front, he's gonna feel like you're not even hearing him.
Right.
That you don't even care. You're just giving that cookie cutter, answer. Oh, well, hey, it's all good. Hey, there's another fish in the ocean, right? And all that other silly stuff. But you have to like listen, let him speak, let him feel like you actually truly care.
For sure.
That's how I would see nurturing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The next one, D, stands for deserve. Do people deserve
this
you?
is a good one.
Right? Do people truly deserve you?
Yeah.
When it comes to being a friend and seeking friendship, if you're an ass, you're just rude. It's like, man, why would they deserve you? Right? Why would they deserve you?
You don't deserve them.
You don't deserve them, especially if you know that they have some good intentions and a good heart behind why they're trying to become your friend.
Yeah.
While you just have certain past, traumas that are still haunting you and still daunting your entire being. It's like, man, do you really deserve that person at that time? Even though that person might be a person that's always positive and whatnot, but at the same time, it's like you're always like a downer. You're just, do you deserve that person?
I think it kind of wraps about around to like value. Like, what are you bringing to the table? You just bringing sadness and depression their way. And like I said, like, we all go through ebbs and flows. But if the majority of the time, what you're bringing to the table is like hindering people around you, you're going to repel them. They're not going to text you as much, not going to ask to hang out as much because you're just gloomy or you're just down or you just have these negative traits. Maybe you just have really bad habits or you're disrespectful,
Right?
Or you're inconsistent with who you are. One day you're really, really happy. The other day you're saying weird stuff. And another day you're just, I don't know, like you're just inconsistent.
Man,
like that's kind of repellent too, because they're like, who am I talking to? I don't know. Like
it's kind of it's like Two-Face, right?
It's like being
you don't want to be
two-faced.
Two-Faced.
Yeah, nothing irritates me more is when you're talking to somebody and then when someone enters, they act a little bit different.
Whole different person, right?
And I get like I would say like there's certain people that bring certain traits out of you.
Yeah.
If I'm around like my group of friends, yeah, I'm gonna be a little more silly. If I'm around like, some people that are a little more serious, I'm gonna be a little bit more serious.
Yeah.
But when you just do a complete 180 on who you are, that's kind of a red flag. It just means you're kind of like a chameleon. You're not really true to yourself. Once again, going back to what the first one, you don't have no faith in yourself.
Right.
Because you're just, oh, I'm going to be this person because I think that's what they like. Oh, I'm going to be this person over here because I think that's what they like. No, you deserve to be consistent and you deserve to have people around you who like you for who you are. And then they deserve to have you, who you are, not some mask, not some skin that you put on and you're something else.
Right.
Just be you.
Deep. The last one is support. And the reason why I said when I mentioned encourage, why that's like step number one when it comes to the friendship, and then support would be step number two. Say for instance, if you do, start that hot dog stand, you're getting that encouragement. That's step one, right, from your friends. Like, okay, I don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm gonna encourage you, man. You got this. You, for sure, you got this. You have what it takes. You've been practicing your craft. You got what it takes. And then step number two, right, would be the support. When they actually start that hot dog business and it's actually up and going, it's like you have to support that person. If you want to actually, if that's your friend and you're not supporting, it's like if you're not really investing into their business, it doesn't mean you have to always purchase hot dogs every single day because you want to support them. But at the same time, it's like support them. Actually spread the word, right? Spreading the word of mouth is the number one network marketing tool, right? Is word of mouth. So I would say supporting people, supporting friends can go a long way. And that's step number two when it comes to the encouragement first, and then it comes to support.
Yeah. I would say that, gosh, that's like a really deep subject right there. But that could be you supporting their new thing that they're up to. This is you supporting the choices that they do with their life, even if it's different than yours. If it's not harming them, yeah, obviously address if it's harming them.
Right.
But if it's not harming them, you just support them for what they're doing. Like one of my friends, he started, oh, it already ended already, but he was like on a baseball team, right? Nothing big, nothing major, just like a little local team. And he's like, yeah, I started a baseball team. He was really pumped and excited for it. I don't watch baseball. I couldn't tell you a damn thing about baseball. Not that much anyway.
Yeah.
But he's like, you should totally go to one of my games. Guess where I was? I went to two of his games out of like the season.
Yeah.
Season already ended. But yeah, I went there twice just to support him. You know, I didn't care about baseball, but I'm not there for him. I'm not there for the game.
Right.
I'm there for him. I'm
Right.
there to support him. You might not like hot dogs.
At the baseball part.
Yeah, the baseball part, same thing, right? You might not like hot dogs, but maybe you would just go up and leave money in this jar. Hey, here's a tip. Proud of you, dude. Look at you out here. Let's just say you're kosher.
Right.
You know, or you do eat the hot dog if you do like hot dogs. Obviously, buy his hot dog. Come on, that's common sense.
Yeah, for
You know?
sure. For sure. And when it comes to support, like another example would be like me supporting one of my best friends that lives in LA. Yeah, he has a car detailing business. I can just support him by just reposting a certain post on my Instagram page. That could be a support. Does it cost money to do that? No, it's free.
Or leave a comment. Yeah.
Or leave a comment.
Hey man, appreciate you. Hope everything's going great.
Right.
Just a little touch like that. You're gonna see him heart it. You're gonna see him. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you so much.
For sure.
Miss you, or some little touchback.
For sure.
And that's, I would also say, kind of like you investing again. You are supporting by investing.
Right. And right
They all
there
are intertwined.
Absolutely. Every single thing intertwines, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you guys write that down. I'm gonna repeat them. F stands for faith. R stands for respect. I stands for invest. E stands for encourage. N stands for nurture. D stands for deserve. And S stands for support. And if you understand like certain aspects within each of those, I promise you're not going to be so lonely out there. You're going to actually go out there and you're for sure going to be a light to the point where people actually believe in you and they actually want to be your friend, right?
Yeah.
So that's key. Friendships is everything. Unfortunately, a lot of people are going through right now. So I hope you actually spread this word, spread this message, spread this podcast, spread this episode, because I know it can for sure be light within someone's life, like today, like right now.
Yeah. And if you guys in the comments have any suggestions on, either of those, words that we use today, or anything that you realize that really benefits you with friendships, either receiving or giving when it comes to a friendship, let us know. Post in the comments and see if you can, help someone else, figure out healthy relationships. And that's what's cool about all of these is it's a back and forth. It's you giving faith, you receiving faith. It's you giving respect, you receiving respect. And if it's one-sided, either on your side or on their side, you got to address it. You got to look in and see if there's something that you could do to step it up if you truly care about that friendship or relationship. Or maybe it's something that could be a red flag where you're like, hey, I don't get any of these from my friends or my best friend. Maybe it's time to, reconsider some stuff,
For sure.
and it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think people come in your life for a reason, a season, or for life. And these are just things that we picked up on, both being over 30,
Yep,
where it's just like, hey, this stuff helped us. This could help you.
for sure.
And like I said, if you have a comment or something you'd like to suggest, please feel free to, leave something in the comments. I'd love to read it.
For sure. And
Yeah.
we'll for sure respond back too. Don't be afraid. We won't bite. We're friendly people. We're friendly people, right?
And we're just people. That's like, once again, like, yeah, we're not like huge YouTube channel, that is what it is.
Right.
But we're also just people.
For sure.
There's nothing different than you and me. We both woke up today. We're both going to go to bed today. We're both going to, do whatever we're going to do on a Thursday.
Absolutely.
So
Be a friend out there. Be a light.
Yeah.
It's very simple. It's a beautiful thing once you actually going out there and you're just being a great person, right? When you're a great person, you can for sure be a great friend.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There was a quote I heard not too long ago. I hope I don't butcher it. I'm trying to remember, but I just remember like just the feeling it left me, where it was like, if you focus on just giving to others, giving faith toward others, giving respect toward others, investing in others that can't invest in you back, encouraging others and you don't even know them, showing support, also known as nurturing to them, showing that they're worthy and they deserve a friendly person in their life, or just a support person. I just realized when you just give without trying to receive, that's a good mindset to have too. Because it's just like you're abundant.
For sure.
It's like the whole idea of like a glass half empty, glass half full. Well, your glass is overflowing consistently. It's always overflowing. And just imagine what you can do with all those things. You can just give it to other people without expecting anything back. You're gonna be way more attractive person if you do that.
Absolutely.
Way more friendlier. And people are just gonna be drawn to you because they're like, what does he know that I don't? Why is he different than everyone else in this town?
Right.
You'd be surprised where that can take you.
For sure.
Stick your eyes on yourself.
And you'd be like, man, why is that person so loved?
Yeah.
How come all these girls love this man so much? How come all these dudes respect this dude so much?
Yeah. How come he knows everybody?
How come he knows everyone, right?
Yeah.
Take eyes off yourself, right? You got to be a giver, not a taker.
Yeah.
Key.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Chad, you have any last words, last thoughts?
No, I think I pretty much just said them right there.
Gold.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys like this this page, like it all, subscribe, like this episode, spread the word. And yeah, we'll for sure talk to you guys later. Peace.